The world has changed, and in many ways for the better. We have evolved our means of communication from those archaic methods like use of handwritten letters to now instantaneous text on our smartphones. And now we can even create memories without being physically present. We see a sharp increase in the speed of transportation. A 1 hour flight will take you from Nigeria to Ghana, unlike in those days when it would take many months on horseback. But still, we see a decline in the mental health of the global population. Now, WHO did a study in 2019 that showed over 970 million people are living with a mental health disorder. Now, that's enough people to fill over 19,000 football stadiums. Imagine that. Among this population, a third of them suffer from what we call anxiety disorders. So let's talk about anxiety. Anxiety is that feeling of nervousness, that feeling of uneasiness that you get when you know that something bad is about to happen. It sounds all too familiar, right? But the feeling of anxiety is normal and is helpful many times, more than we give it credit. It is a great risk assessment tool which helps us to foresee danger and avert it. It also stimulates our minds to create new problem-solving skills. Just like a worker would act faster and quicker when it's closer to the deadline because they know the consequence that will follow when they don't do it. But then it becomes a disorder when it is excessive. When this fear and worry consumes your mind totally. It's also coupled with some physical symptoms like breathlessness, weakness, like chest pain, and many other feelings. These symptoms, they last for greater than 6 months. Anxiety disorder can present itself suddenly as an unexpected attack of intense fear, which we call panic attacks. Or it could present itself only when the person is put in specific situations. These are called phobias. Or many times it could be generalized, affecting the person as a whole. Now, these are what we call generalized anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorder has a debilitating effect. It is paralyzing. And many times, it takes its root from traumatic memories. It also has something to do with familial history. So like a parent had an anxiety disorder and then the child now manifests the same. Also, grooming can cause anxiety. Like a child who lives with a mother who experiences frequent panic attacks could later grow up to have panic attacks because he has been seeing it frequently. Also, we see that anxiety does not affect the common man only. It also affects people of status. It affects people of great wealth. For example, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. What about Lady Gaga? You see, money can't really buy everything. But the truth is, anxiety is treatable. Dr. Daniel Pine, a neuroscientist and psychiatrist, said this, and I quote, "Anxiety disorders are one of the most treatable mental health problems we see, but still, for reasons we don't fully understand, most people who have these problems do not get the treatment that really could help them." And if you had a heart, this statement would disturb you deeply. Because why is it that these people do not get the treatment that they truly deserve? And I'll tell you why. 4 reasons. Number 1, the stigma that comes with having a mental disorder. Number 2, the high cost of medications and mental health care. Number three, the limited access that we have to facilities which provide quality mental health care services. And finally, misconceptions and misinformation on health, on mental health problems. So now we see that we truly have a problem on our hands, a problem that deserves an equally great response. It needs to be a community effort, not just for the families of the people who are suffering this. It's a call to action for us to, one, educate ourselves, to keep our mind open, to encourage and spread positivity and frequent communication, not just communication for the sake of it, but effective communication, and also to seek professional help. Anxiety disorders are treatable, and no one, I repeat, no one deserves to suffer. So that's the end of the show today. I hope you learned a thing or two. Kindly share, like, subscribe if you have not subscribed. There's more to come. God bless.